Today, I'd like to know more about your perspective as an entrepreneur. So I just have a couple questions. Maybe we could start off with just briefly talk about yourself, like what your name is, what business, and what role you're in.
Yeah, sure. Hi guys, I'm Shreyas. Thanks a lot for organizing this. I'm founder at Invesho.AI. We are a agentic VC matchmaking platform that enables startup founders match to relevant investors and raise capital, accelerate their capital raise that they do usually. Before this, I was working in space tech startup building satellites and worked in more on like robotic space. Currently, I'm doing Masters of Design at MDes. So yeah, I think that's a brief about me.
Okay, yeah. And I understand that you come from an engineering background. What kind of factors in your background led you to start your own venture and made you become an entrepreneur?
I do feel like I came from like pure deep tech engineering background, but I think coming in design program and enhanced my design skills essentially to understand
Hmm.
like user empathy and user needs really well.
Hmm.
And I think that has played more role in my entrepreneurial journey than my engineering roles.
Hmm.
uh, you generally get a good sense of like what you can build through engineering, that's for sure, like because you understand what's the technology really fast. But I think for an entrepreneur, I think being closer to user is super important because AI can do the engineering bit for you right now. So yeah, I think that's what my background has transitioned towards being in event entrepreneurship.
Great. Okay. And let's talk about more of your what you're currently building. Like what problem are you trying to solve through your product and how did you approach it and what's the solution that you provide to the problem that you're trying to solve?
Yeah, so I work in venture capital for a fund called MBA Fund, where I used to speak to a lot of founders. I met more than like 80 founders across UC Berkeley's campus for the last 1 year. And during that process, I realized how hard it is for founders to raise capital because they have to reach out to these VCs manually over emails, and most of the platforms don't even have emails. First set of tasks is like reach out to them. Second set of tasks is to reach out to relevant VCs in their space. Third set of the task is to make sure that you look at your network and see who can introduce you to that VC, right? So there are three problems here. We are basically a platform that can hyper personalize. uh, how do you go towards raising capital? Who do you reach out to? Do you reach out to second grade and third grade connection from UC Berkeley that can help you make introductions to VCs, right? Or do you reach out to them directly over emails? So we do end-to-end transaction on reaching out to venture capital firms so that startups can accelerate the way they raise capital.
Okay. Yeah, and obviously there are a lot of competitive products out there for these type of personalized VC related products. Could you tell us more about what your differentiation and competitive advantage that you thought of for your product is?
Yeah, so there are a lot of products out there. I do agree, but no one's building it in like full-fledged manner from start to end. I think that's where we are. We are building a full stack solution. So we don't stop at like giving you information about the VC. We also give you emails so that you can reach out to them. We do uh, write you personalized messages that you can copy paste and send to the VC firm based on your startup profile and based on the VC startup profile. We give you second grade and third grade connections. We also do personalization there. So it's a hyper personalized platform based on your startup profile. So you come in, you create your startup profile, you give in all your details, where did you study, what you're building, and we hyper personalize this for your use case and essentially go through the entire journey on raising capital, not stopping at the first aspect that is like finding you relevant venture capital firms.
Okay, and also because it's entrepreneurship, there definitely you'll have to think of the business model and the go-to-market strategy. Could you tell us more about that, the business model and the GTM?
Yeah, so our business model is super simple. We are on recurring revenue model where we charge user subscription fees every month. We started with $50 per month initially, and we had a lot of users coming in, but now our goal is to grow aggressively. So we have reduced the cost to $6 per month, which is insanely valuable for anyone who is trying to raise capital. This is like peanuts for them to use the platform. And that's a go-to-market strategy. We are being part of a lot of these accelerators, incubators, reaching out to founders there, making sure that our cult is there. Because I work in venture capital as well, it's very, very handy for me to meet these founders from different programs across Berkeley's ecosystem and across Stanford's ecosystem. So essentially cracking that bed, and we are doing a lot of inorganic marketing, cold reach outs for startups to use our product, and me keeping the flow very, very minimal, where we start with freemium model where they come in and they use the platform for free, and then they can convert themselves into paying customers. And so far it's been going good. We have users from 33 different countries right now. We have crossed 1,000 daily active users, so it's pretty good.
Great. Yeah. And what would you consider to be the top most factors that made your venture succeed? Maybe what is the most top factor? Just one.
I don't think it's successful. Like, what is successful, right? There can be different metrics to it. We are still early into the phase of building, like really, really early. Uh, One of the important aspects, I would say, pure hyper focus towards our customers, like making sure that we are solving problems for our customers. I take on calls every single day and make sure that I'm on top of the product when they onboard onto us, so that we can, like, we send constant email reminders if they're using the product. How did they find the product useful, and make sure we gather feedback and improve the product. I think that's something that's been helpful.
Great. And what lessons have you learned, and what would you tell young entrepreneurs if you were to give them advice?
I think I'm a young entrepreneur as well, but to give advice, I think go try it out. Don't think of entrepreneurship as some big dream that you want to, like, you have to make sure that you're taking a risk in life and stuff like that. Like, just build something, put it out. With AI, it's gotten easier to build. Get some users, right? And you will figure it out if it makes sense for you to, like, double down on the side project. So build it as a side project, no pressures, enjoy building phase and keep building, keep
Mhm.
attending hackathons, and you'll stumble onto something that sticks, and you can then double down on that product, friends.
Okay. Yeah. Final question. What is the hardest thing about being an entrepreneur?
Uh, uh, yeah, that's one of the hardest aspect of entrepreneurship, is that making sure that the people's trust remains intact over longer periods.
Okay. Thank you very much for your time today. This has been very insightful. And yeah, thank you very much.
Well, thanks, thank you.